Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. So today is day 2 of Amazon Prime Days. So don't fear, there's even some better deals today than there were yesterday. Now, yesterday was kind of all over the place. There were some really good deals and they're still available today. But yesterday, for some reason, some of the deals were only for a couple hours and then they bumped up and now they're back. So I'm gonna explain all the deals, but first let me preference. I have a website, justadadapproved.com. And on there, you can see all these robots that I'm talking about. Now, I do buy these robots with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. And so if you go to my website or in this video, you'll see pop-ups of the product, or in the description, you'll see a link. If you purchase it off my website or in the video or the links, I earn a small commission from that sale. It'll take you to the website of Amazon where you can purchase it. And then I do earn a small commission from that sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can buy these videos. I'm not sponsored. No robot manufacturer paid me for this video. I can say whatever I want about these robots. And there's actually some really, really good robots and some amazing deals. So if this is your first time buying a robot vacuum cleaner, now is a great time to jump in. I'm gonna first talk about this $400 price range. I think that's the sweet spot for robot vacuum cleaners. I also have a video from day 1. I also have a video on the best Roborock to buy. I do think they're kind of the leader in the industry, but we've got some amazing other robots. And I also have a video called Robot Vacuum Cleaners 101. If you've never owned a robot vacuum cleaner, if you have no idea how to even think about it or start, that's a great video. It's about an hour long. It's going to walk you through the whole progression of how to buy one, what the features are. Today I won't be deep diving into all the features. I got to get right to the pricing. I'm going to show you behind the scenes how I came up with this. Okay, so here's the notes I took this morning on day 2, and I'm going to explain these. Here's my notes, day 2, and here's the additions. This Q10 S5 Plus is $300 now. That's better than the X5 Plus, which I'll explain. That's a brand new deal today. The Mova P10 Pro is back down to $449. That's probably my number 1 pick overall. The Dreame X40, I kind of neglected it yesterday. It's at $600, it's a buy. Oh, and probably I should have led with this. The Dreame L40 is at $474. This won't last long. Yesterday, it was at $600 for a couple of, well, the price was all over the place on this. I'm not sure why, but right now that's absolutely an amazing deal. And we got the X40 at $800. And I'll talk about some more of the expensive ones, but this is the updated, too good to pass up. Mova P10 Pro, $449, Dreame L40, $474, Roborock QV35A, $400, Dreame L10S Gen 2, $400. And then here's my overall scorecard. Again, this is day 2. X30 got added, $600. L40 went from $600 to $474. Added the X40, added the CurveX is at $1,200. I failed to mention yesterday the Qrevo Z, $849. That's kind of expensive. The Qrevo Z10, $650. So if you want a Qrevo, a narwhal, $650. And this is the one, the Q10. This is new today. The S5 Plus is better than the X5 Plus, and it's cheaper. So that's an amazing price. And I'm going to show those to you. Okay, we're going to start off with the Mova P10 Pro. They sell a Mova P10, but the Pro is much better for the price. $449. Now this thing went in and out of stock yesterday. I'm not sure what's going on. The price jumped up to $600 after a couple hours. This morning it is back to $449. That's an amazing price. Now I did hear that when it went up on Amazon on their website, it was still $449. So I think the lead time is a little bit longer. I think they're selling these like hotcakes. So I think you're not going to get it right away, but this is an amazing price. Now, the Dreame L40, same thing yesterday. Started off at an amazing price, jumped up right away. It jumped up to $1,000, which that's not a buy because it's all about price. $474. So I'm going to get the question, which one should you buy? It's really up to you. There's not that big of a difference between the two. I really have a hard time. So I'm always going to say the cheaper one if they're just that close. Get the Mova P10 Pro, $449. Love it. Now, again, this $400 price range, you're getting so much for what you want, or what I consider to be just great robot vacuum cleaners. Now you can get $1,200 robot vacuum cleaners that have more technology, that do a little bit more to try to clean your house a little bit better. but this is just a great area to jump in at. And these are great deals. I don't suspect these deals We may see the Mova P10 Pro this price maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I'm not sure. I think I've seen it once earlier this price. But now, why do I love this robot? Well, both of these will vacuum and mop your house at the same time. They got spinning mop pads. They can move one of the mop pads off to the side and mop right next to your wall. They have side brushes that they extend up into the corner. They both have cameras. They have LiDAR navigation. We can see here the side brush extends, mop pad extends, cameras. The base stations will wash the mop pads with hot water, and they'll dry the mop pads with hot air. We got clean water tanks and dirty water tanks. And also the robot, both of them, after they vacuum your house, so both of them have a dustbin. The dustbins look identical. I think they are. That just shows you how close these are. These might be identical. They're gonna vacuum your house, and then they're gonna come back, and then another vacuum is gonna kick on in this base station. It's gonna suck everything into this dust bag. You have to change this dust bag about every 2 or 3 months, which is not a big deal. It doesn't make a big mess. So you can see, at this price point, you get a robot that mops your floors. It comes back to the base station. The base station washes the mop pads, and if the robot has more work to do, it's gonna go out and do more work. Or if it's done, it's going to dry the mop pads ready to go for next time. You're not gonna have to interact with this type of station and robot very often. You're gonna have to clean the filter, change the dust bag, fill the water tank, which is kind of satisfying, dumping out the dirty water and filling up the clean water. So that's why this price point is amazing, because once you start getting below $400, you lose where the docking station washes the mops for you. Now, I'm going to show you the Q10 X5 and S5. It's got mop pads. You're going to be taking them off, putting them in your laundry and putting them back on. I love this way. And you're only spending from the Q10 to these about $100, which I do think it's absolutely worth it. But I'm going to explain those also. So again, I'll put links to them in the show description notes, and on my website you can also find them. And that's where, for the future, I just developed this website myself. It's very basic, justadadapproved.com. And that's where you'll always be able to go and find the latest robots that I'm approving of. They go through my strenuous testing process. It's everyday testing. It's not like pressure gauges and, oh, does it do this? I mean, I operate these at my house, in the studio here, and I see how they do. Are they going to give you a good user experience, and are they going to clean? That's where I come from. Okay, so here's the surprise of day 2. It's the S5, which in my book, it kind of stands for sonic vibration. I just made that up. But this one, compared to the X5, the S has more technology. It should be more expensive, but this one's $300, and the X5 is $319. Yesterday, I was highly recommending this. I just saw this. Maybe this was on sale yesterday. I don't know. I don't think it was. I thought I looked at them all. But anyway, for $300, it's an amazing robot. It comes back to the base station. It's going to auto empty into a dust bag. So it has the same features of this, but you lose the mop washing. So you have a flat mop, and it comes off. It's easy to do. It's just more work. So press these tabs. You've got this mop. It's held on with Velcro. You're going to put it in the washing, and you're going to put it back on yourself. You do have to kind of wet it beforehand to make it mop better. So a little bit more work. This has sonic vibration. This one, exact same robots, except the mop pad. Okay. Both of them can lift the mop pad up and down and press it down and mop. And they both have a water pump that keeps the mop pad wet. And they both have a carpet sensor that they can sense carpet and raise the mop pad. But the X5 does not have sonic, or this doesn't have the vibrating pad. We're over here, kind of like the S8 Max V. It has a little arm that's going to vibrate this. Now, it is a little bit noisier. You hear that vibrating. It vibrates this little center section here. In my testing, I didn't find that this vibrating cleaned better. But what I did read is I think they developed this for people that have really shiny floors that streak. The vibration is supposed to help with streaking. So I could actually see that. I haven't tested that, but I did see that. It was, they should be promoting that big time. But again, these are the exact same robots, self-empty bases. I love the jump up into the 400. Now, if 449 and 447 is too much, The Dreame L10S Gen 2 is $400. And the Roborock QV35A, which I've got right here, it's got a docking station like these. It's not identical. It looks like these over here, but it's got spinning mop pads, single brush roller, side brush, carpet sensor. It's going to raise and lower the mop pads. The thing with the QV35A, it's going to wash the mop pads with room temperature water compared to these. And it dries the mop pads with room temperature air compared to these, which use hot air. So is it that big a deal? Well, you get 2 extra features for $50 more. That's where I do like it. But there is let's go on to the next one. Okay, so yesterday I had a question from several people I don't want a mopping robot, but I just want something to vacuum my house. Now, the first thing my brain did was go, oh, let me go research which ones don't have mop pads. And I was really struggling, like, well, there's not a lot that are really good that don't have mop pads. Now, so then a light bulb clicked. I'm like, this is $300. Just don't use the mopping. It's an excellent vacuum and it has the self-empty base. Just don't use the mopping feature. And you just take it off and leave it off and you don't have to use it. I've looked at other ones that don't have mop pads, and Shark has a one that's self-empty, but it's okay. It's $300. And this one's actually a little bit better at robots. So Shark's got a couple out there, but I'm really disappointed in Shark with their brand confusion, I call it, because so many different model numbers and names, and they're pretty much all the same robot, and makes it very, very hard and confusing. Roborock's at least keeping it kind of easy, even though they do make a lot. So that was a really big question I had yesterday. What's a robot vacuum cleaner that just vacuums? And unfortunately, it is one with a mop pad, but with this price, it's just an amazing price. Now, they do sell this same model without the self-empty base. You can get even lower. I don't have the price. So typically it's about $100 cheaper if you just get the Roborock Q10S5 without the plus mark. That means they did away with this. And the base station's just a charging base. I don't recommend those because the robot kind of messes with the base station sometimes and moves it a little bit. I mean, these are very minor things. It's gonna work, it's gonna be a good robot, but this, for $100 more, not having to empty the dust bin myself and it emptying into here and all I gotta do is this, that's worth it to me. So, but you can save some money, get these 2 same models without these self-empty bases. And these are the ones I recommend. These were just released. I can't believe the prices on these because they just released this Q10 series. They've got an older Q5. Those are more expensive. They got a Q7, a Q8. And I'm like, oh, those are gonna be cheaper than this. They're not. And these are better robots. So just don't use the mop. We're good. Okay, let's bump up in price a little bit. We've got the Roborock Edge S5A, $700. I love. Mova P50, $700. I love. This one is at my house right now, undergoing my 3-month real world testing. It's doing really good, but I'm not done with the results yet. The Dreame X40, I've already done that. It's an extra $100. These, in my opinion, are just are worth it a little bit more, especially this one. $700 compared to $800. That's the one to get. And I've been using the X40. Here's the X40 right here. I got it hooked up to water lines. That's an extra kit that you have to get. Now the X40 Master, which hooks up to water lines, is on sale also. Now yesterday I had a lot of questions about the Eufy E25 and E28. These are not a buy for me right now. I did buy these with my own money, but I'm not recommending them right now. Even though they have the Just a Dad sticker seal of approval, what I've learned is through my testing, the water tanks are leaking. Now, not the tank itself, but it's dripping if it cleans a big muddy mess, and as it's continuing to clean, water collects on the bottom of that dirty water tank and you'll get drips. So Yuthi is aware of it. Now, I have a long form videos on these on YouTube, and in my video, this one started dripping, the E25. And then I had several people chime in the comments saying, mine's doing the same. I've contacted Yuthi. They're aware of it, and they're making a new dirty water tank now. I have yet to contact Eufy. I've just been too busy. So right now these are on hold, even though the prices look very good. The S1 and the S1 Pro, they're also okay. They're just too niche for me. They're great mopping robots. They struggle on carpet a little bit. I would rather have an all-around robot that does a better job. Okay, let's jump into the higher price one. So this one was a surprise. This was a just release. CurveX, 1,200 bucks. I didn't expect that to be on sale. It was so new. That's absolutely great. Now, people were asking me, is it better than the 10R? Well, yes and no. It's got a couple extra little features, but the 10R is actually more expensive. The 10R, I love it. It's my #1 robot vacuum cleaner right now. It can leave its mop pads back at the base station where the CurveX cannot. Now, you can save a little bit more money and just get the Curve, but it has the LiDAR that spins on top. It's a little taller, and this one's a little thinner. Same with the Saros 10R. And then I had some people asking me about the Plus, the Max V. They're just going in and out of stock too often. I haven't really recommended them. Now, earlier, the Edge S5A. I absolutely love this one. Is still on sale. Great for pet hair because it has the split brush roller, this dual divide. The long hairs are not gonna wrap around it. They're gonna get sucked in because it's divided right there. Anti-tangle. And then we had some questions on TikTok. People were asking, what's the best one if my dog poops or cat throws up? None of these are going to avoid a dog poop or a mess, a cat vomit. Some try and some do better than others. Now, the expensive ones have better sensors and they do a good job, but nothing's 100% right now. In my testing, and I've tested a lot with fake poop, you know, the cheaper ones obviously don't have as good a sensor, so they're not going to do as good just because of that. But no brand right now is avoiding everything 100%. Now, nothing's changed on the Roomba standpoint. These are all the ones. I don't recommend them just because this price point, you can get better robots. And you'll see the $400 that you would pay for these, you might as well just get the P10 Pro, the L10S Gen 2, or the QV3. These are better, superior robots. But if you absolutely want a Roomba, there are some that are on sale. And I have to reiterate, I have to say, this is heavily marketed. This is called the Roomba Essentials, like 120 bucks. Very tempting to get. This is a no buy. High levels of frustration with this robot. This should be discontinued. It doesn't have LiDAR. It's absolutely awful in my opinion. Same with any of the old Roombas, the i5s, the i3s. This Roomba comes, that's the Essentials, but it comes in several different flavors. The J7s, J9s, no, these are not buys in this day and age. Even though they're heavily marketed, look really cool, promise lots of things like, oh, the i5 vacuums and mops. No, it's a terrible mop, and the user interface is awful. Now, the newer ones, they've got a new app. They're doing okay. It's just the price point. You can get so much more technology, and they just clean better, the other ones, than these. But these, you know, I've got reviews on all these if you want to check them out. And they're doing the play on number. The 104 and the 105 are exactly the same. Just one's on Amazon exclusively. And same with the 405. They're doing things like that. I've got videos on. And okay, let's go on to Shark. I have to say, do not get the 2-in-1 that looks like this. That you have to take the dustbin on and off when you want to mop. This is an awful robot that should be discontinued, and it's very heavily marketed. You'll see that they sell a bunch, and you're like, well, it must be good. It's junk. The only one I'm recommending is the Power Detect Pro. It comes in 2 versions, a white and a black. For some reason, well, not, but the black one is cheaper. The white one comes with more mop pads and detergent, which I don't think is worth that price. $650. If you have to have a Shark, it's okay. That price point, you get some better robots. Now, this white Shark AI, bagless, LiDAR navigation robot, vacuum only. It does a decent job, but it's 300 bucks. And same with this the Power Detect Pro is $300, a little bit more obstacle avoidance. Those two I am recommending, but again, they're just okay. Now, if you hop over to Walmart, Walmart is selling the Shark IQ for 220 bucks. Now, that's a pretty good deal. The self-empty base, it's the same robot as up here. Very, very little differences. I mean, it's just not worth the extra money that you would pay. So the Shark, they call it the Matrix IQ. It's all a play on words. I don't agree with their strategy here. You're going to see the Qrevo S is on sale for $459. The over here, this one's better. The QV35A is 400 bucks. The only thing you're losing is The Qrevo S has hot air drying, but it lost some things. Well, it's an older model. It doesn't have the anti-tangle side brush. So the Slim is a recommendation from me, but it's, I think, 900 bucks. There's the Edge S5A. Don't be mistaken. This Qrevo, it's called the 2R3W. That's their original one. It's heavily marketed and it's on sale. It might be tempting, but those other ones that I'm showing you are, it's okay. If you buy it, you're gonna have a good user experience. You're gonna be thinking it's working okay, but these other ones work a little bit better. The S and the 3.5A. Okay, so I did buy the Mova V50 Ultra Complete, $1,000. It's on sale for Amazon Primes. I haven't had time to, it just came yesterday. I haven't had time to unbox it. It's the heaviest robot I've ever lifted up. And it had to be delivered kind of like, you didn't have to sign for it, but like a truck came, not the normal Amazon truck. It was like a bigger Amazon truck. So look for those videos coming really soon. I do have the L50. Now this one's on sale too. I'm in the early stages of testing it. It is struggling with thresholds a little bit. For some reason, the X50 can, this is my threshold testing, and it can jump that just fine. But I've come in this morning and the L50 is still, it couldn't get out of the room. So a little bit, it's a good robot. You just gotta do more testing. There's the Frio Z. It's a recommend. It's just, it uses a lot of water. That's why I bought the extra like $200 or $300 water kit and hooked it up to water and drain lines. But it actually does a good job of mopping. Here's some goodies. The X50, I am recommending. It's probably my number 2 robot, but very expensive. It's on sale now for $1,200. Dreame D10 plus 2, $250. Love it. Again, if you don't want, you don't have to have the mopping pad attachment. So if you just want something to vacuum, the Dreame D10 plus, make sure you get Gen 2. There's the L10S Heat. It's a little expensive. It's like $4 something. And the L10 Gen 2 is at my house. It's 400 bucks. Here's the original Dreame L10S. It's $400 off, or it's $400 also, but the Dreame L10S Gen 2 is a better buy at $400. The Mova, there's the P10 without the Pro. It's 400 bucks. You know, I got videos on all of these. This one doesn't have a camera. It's a good robot. It doesn't have the side brush that extends, where the P10 Pro, for $50 more, you get more features that I think are worth it. So day 2, here we're off to the races. I don't know how long these prices will last. I'm hoping they last all day. Day 3 and 4, are there 4 days? I forget, but I'll try to keep you updated. Maybe will be better deals on those days. Typically what I've seen in the past is day 1 is the best. This day 2 is, day 1 was filled with things that I don't know that they wanted these prices to go up and down and in and out of stock. I don't know. But so day 2 seems to be starting off a little bit more on a level playing ground, but maybe these prices won't last. I'm not sure. So I had several people in the comments like, darn, I had it in my cart and the price went up. So these are recommends for me. Buy it. I mean, I know it's a kind of a quick impulse. And when you are spending that type of money, so say you want to buy a $1,000 robot. Well, I have the unboxing, how to set it up, and I show you how it actually cleans. Then I'll do a 3-month real world test where we cut the dust bag open and I explain how it did around my house. So you can feel confident. I'm not just here speaking, buy this, buy that. I hope you realize I'm coming from a point of, I do test, I'm gonna give you something that I think you're going to enjoy. Now, again, I use links, that's how I earn my money. But the way links work are, if you go to my website and click and purchase it, and it takes you to the Amazon website, or in the description, you'll see the links and you click it, it takes you to Amazon or Walmart. And you don't see it, it's all behind the scenes. I'm not sure how it works. But if you buy it, I think within 24 hours, I get a small commission from the sale. Now, that commission to me doesn't come for 60 days. So in that 60 days, if you return it, I don't get the commission. So there's no point of me sitting up here saying, this Roomba is the best thing, you should buy it, it's absolutely amazing, because I think in the end, yeah, some people may buy it and be like, yeah, it's working really well. But I think if you start to have frustration, you're gonna send it back. That's why I would even take a robot that doesn't clean the absolute best, as long as I'm not having high levels of frustration. The minute I start, your user interface is how you interact with these robots. I don't know how else to put that. You could have the absolute best robot for $300 that's got everything, that does everything. But if you have a bad experience with the app and connecting and working with it and making it work, it doesn't matter how good it is. So that is a huge part in my reviewing process. And with the Roombas, the early Roombas, nothing but frustration. The later Roombas, there's frustration there too, and that's why they're not high on my list. So I've got all, if you're thinking of buying a Roomba, I've got reviews on them. I did buy all the brand new Roombas with my own money. I had to buy them at full price. I wish I could have bought them when they were on sale right now. Now, the second, I got a lot of questions on EcoVacs. So I took advantage of Prime Days myself. I ordered $1,500 worth of EcoVacs. I ordered the X50 and the X9. They're on big sales, and people are like, these get such high reviews. Why aren't you? Well, I haven't reviewed those models yet, but I will. Previous models were underwhelming in my opinion. I haven't had such good experiences with these. When I went to the EcoVacs, I was just a little underwhelmed. So then I would keep buying. I bought 5 or 6, and the early EcoVacs were awful. They were like, reminded me of Roombas with all the frustration. So, but the newer ones are getting better with the app and all of that. And I do realize they are the number 2 most selling robot in the world. Roborock is number 1. I forget who's number, it's like some brand I don't think I know. So I have to review them. There's something going on there. They're the reason number 2. And again, I'll give my honest opinion. If this T50 and this X9 are not living up to my standards, because my standards are pretty high, because you can go buy this robot that actually works. This Curve, I had it at my house for 3 months and we loved it. I hated to bring it back for more testing or more reviewing. So there's the point I'm coming from. You can go buy a robot that actually works. So I don't have to settle for something. Oh, this is EcoVacs. It's the most ranked, the biggest. Well, it's got to live up to some standards that I think are pretty important, and I hope they are to you also. Again, I buy these products with my own money. I'm wanting to give you my honest opinion. I have several other products that I recommend. Floor cleaners, vacuums. I started with coffee makers, worked my way up to vacuum cleaners, and then this just took off. Wow, this has been a journey, and it is evolving so quickly. What I love about this robot vacuum cleaner, the sales. Nothing goes on sale like this, and I don't know how long this is going to last, because this P10, this is legitimately like probably a $600 or $700 robot, and they're giving it $449. Now they're probably still making money. I don't know all that, but these are just really, really good prices. When you can, considering what you get from a Roomba that costs $400, this is 3-4 times the amount of technology, cleaning, and high levels of goodness. So this is so exciting to be a part of, and the releases are absolutely mind-blowing. I can't keep up. I have a budget every month that I can go by, and my wife says I'm constantly blowing that budget, and I feel terrible, but in the end, everybody's been very, very helpful, and I'm just so thankful to everybody. This is our YouTube channel. This video is because of the comments. So yesterday I had a video for day 1, and it got a lot of views and a lot of comments. I read every single comment, and I made notes, and I even ordered the EcoVacs, because somebody's like, EcoVacs. I'm like, okay, I got to order the EcoVacs, and I did. So this is our YouTube channel. I get most of the great ideas come from people in comments. I'm just very, very appreciative, and I'm able to do this because of links. People in the comments will say, hey, I used your link, or they'll even say, hey, it's a great video, but I live in Germany and I wasn't able. That's fine. This video goes out to the world. The reason behind my videos is to help people. Robot vacuum cleaners are very intimidating. I have to remember when I started into this. Now I'm starting to get a feel for it, and like, okay, yeah, I know what to do. But I just made a video called Robot Vacuum Cleaners 101. I want to start from square one. If you don't know anything about robot vacuum, if the only thing you know is the word Roomba and it bounces off the walls, that's the starting point, because I'm going to explain the models, give you my recommendations, show you, you know, I tell people, don't be intimidated by these big price tags thinking it's going to be this monster to set up. The three $200 ones, the setup and the process is the same. These just do a better job, and they have a few more settings. But I can give you my recommended settings, because with more settings, you can run into things that are a little bit more complicated. But I just can't say thank you enough. Hopefully, maybe there'll be a day 3. I don't know. Hopefully I can get this out quick enough. I'm gonna go edit it real quick. I don't have a video editor. I have a thumbnail editor. And I'm gonna send the pictures to her. She's gonna do the picture, and I'm just super excited for it. So again, links really do help me out, and I just really, really appreciate it. I have fun. I had fun today. I couldn't wait to get here. Somebody was at the door, and I'm like, I gotta go. I was kind of rude. I'm sorry, but I was just so excited to do this day 2 of Amazon Prime Days. I forgot how big this day was. You know, we see the build up, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not thinking. And then like 3 or 4 days ago, it just clicked. Like, this is a huge day, and I'm glad I did the homework starting 3 or 4 days ago, because it has turned out to be, these are amazing prices. You're gonna get some really, really good robots. So again, and there'll probably be something in November around Thanksgiving or something, Black Friday, all that. I'm sure there'll be some big sales, and I will definitely be doing any Amazon Prime event or the big Black Friday. I will be telling you which robots to get. And I also bought, from the comments yesterday, somebody was asking me about, and it might even been email, Costco. And Costco's been in my background. I don't have a Costco close, like an hour and a half away. I understand Costco's a very, very big deal. I wish I had a Costco close. I would be there. So I got a membership online, and I ordered 2 of the Costco robots. They're on sale. They're running their, everybody's kind of joined this Amazon Prime. Walmart's got some specials and that. So I did buy those 2 Costco robots. They're Roborocks, and the Roborocks doing that thing where they're giving it a different name. But those look like really good prices. So I do appreciate that from somebody. And that wasn't just from one person. That was probably the 7th or 8th comment of like, hey, what about this Costco robot? And I always had to say, well, it looks good, but I don't have it. So I actually bought them. They'll be here. The shipping is going to take about a week or so. So I'm lined up with some Mova V15, some Costco robots, Roborock releases any, I'll be buying those. So again, and Mova, yeah, okay. I appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.